What's up, ladies and gentlemen, Spade here. I guess you could say this is just like a random video. I've been feeling like wanting to talk about pretty much just some stuff I wouldn't mind trying to do next year for the channel. So we might as well just do this now, since this is something I've been wanting to kind of go over for at least a good few months now, 2 or 3 probably. So yeah. I guess simply playing this for the hell of it. So yeah. But overall though, honestly for projects next year, I actually wouldn't mind trying to finish off all the current projects. So in other words, Valkyria Chronicles, Digimon Source, Cyber Sleuth, Echoes of Memory, along with Persona 5 Royal, and then there's pretty much the 21st Let's Play project. Which I'm still not gonna say what it is because I want to be a surprise at the very least. To at least just have some kind of a surprise for next year. Although I'm not even really paying attention to playing the game. I'm trying to focus more on talking. But yeah, I want to try and finish off all of those projects next year. At the very least, I want to finish recording all of them next year. If I do somehow finish off all of those playthroughs, I do know one thing for sure. Persona 5 Royal will not have everything posted next year. Not by a long shot. Mainly because I still feel like that playthrough is gonna be like over 300 episodes, to be honest. The next episode I need to record wouldn't really be episode 50. And we only started Mother Dungeon. So we have a long ways to go. That is for damn sure. But when it comes to games I would like to try and play on the channel next year, if at all possible, if I even have the time to do so, would literally be stuff. First off, this is a long ass list. So there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do all of it. These are just games I have in mind. For starters, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Then there's Bravely Default 2, perhaps Persona 5 Strikers, but I doubt it. That'll probably have to be for the following year. But then there's Bakugan Defenders of the Core. I wouldn't mind trying to play through that game again. I think it's been like, what, 2 years since I last tried playing that game? On my own time. It's a game I've always 100%ed. Finding everything in it. But, funny enough, I've never beat it. Not even once. Even though I played through the whole game without being the final boss. Probably 6 or 7 times at this point. So lately I've been feeling like wanting to play through that game again. So I'm putting that on the to-do list. Then there's Full Metal Alchemist 2, Curse of the Elixir. I've been wanting to get around to playing that as well. For the hell of it. We already played through the first game. So I actually wouldn't mind playing through the second one next year. If we have time for it. And I just use a blue cell on myself. Of course. Regardless. Another game on the list. On the to-do list that I wouldn't mind doing next year would be Shadowheart's Covenant. That game more than likely is a guarantee. Again, if I have time for it. For all I know, I could still be playing the current Let's Play projects all throughout next year, for all I know. Hopefully that's not the case, but who knows. But yeah, that's quite a hefty list of games I wouldn't mind covering next year. For new projects, at least. I feel like I'm forgetting one or two other games I wouldn't mind covering. I can't think of what they are right off the bat. Really not sure what those are. There is one game I've been wanting to get around to playing in general and for the channel. I stopped playing it a few years ago at the beginning of Chapter 2 in hopes of wanting to try and play through the rest of the game blind here on the channel. That being Tears to Tiara 2 Heir to the Overlord? I think that's the full name of it. So yeah. That game will be interesting to play if I ever get around to playing through the whole thing. Sly Cooper Among Thieves. We got us the second Sly Cooper game. That's also on the to-do list. That was on the to-do list for this year, actually. But I just didn't get around to it. Unfortunately. Which is a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to actually do that. The original plan for like the Sly Cooper series on the channel was originally to literally play through each game, one of those games in the series per year throughout the course of 4 years. That was the original plan. But considering it's been 2 years since I played through the first Sly Cooper game here on YouTube is kind of sad. And yet I still haven't got around to the second one. So yeah. So I guess we should just recap what the full list of games even are. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Colosseum, and XD Gale of Darkness. But then there's Sun Hearts Covenant. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Duel. Bravely Default 2. Perhaps Persona 5 Strikers if possible. And then there's Sly 2 Among Thieves, I think that's the full name of it. Was there anything else? Tears to the Other 2. But technically speaking, I don't really have plans to play that next year. But would be nice if I do, though. I feel like there's another game I haven't mentioned yet that I was thinking of. But I forget what it was. Well, there is also Fullmetal Alchemist 2, Curse of the Elixir. Beyond those games though, well there's also Bakugan Defenders of the Core. Yeah, that'll be a game I'm more than willing to play for next year. Simply because I've always wanted to actually beat that one. And I could add Ghost of Tsushima to the list, but I'm just not going to. Because the list is long enough as is. There's a bunch of other games I could mention I want to play on the channel. But there's no way in hell I'm playing through half of my backlog list in 1 year's time. So I gotta keep it somewhat reasonable. At the very least. But as like another Paper Mario game I would like to play eventually on the channel would be Super Paper Mario. I think the last time I played that game was probably over a decade ago. At this point. I was either 14 or 15 the last time I played that game, I think. Perhaps 16, but if I was 16 the last time I played it, then it wouldn't be over a decade. It wouldn't even be over a decade. But yeah, that's a game I've been wanting to try and play through for ages now again as well. But to sort this list, this long ass list of games to an even shorter list, what are the top 5 games I want to try and play on the channel next year? Shadowheart's Covenant is number 1 on that list. Pokemon Legends Arceus is probably number 2 on that list. To be honest. And honestly, probably Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness. The 5th game, I feel like would probably be... I was trying to think, what was the full list again? I'm really like trying to think. Because I'm also trying to play this while trying to think of everything I want to say. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute. The fuck was the fifth one? I'm literally drawing like a fucking blank. Was it Bravely Default 2 that I really want to try and play next year? Or was it something else? I think Bravely Default 2 was actually it now that I think about it. I feel like when it comes to what 6 or 7 would be, honestly, probably... Wait. Let's just go over this fucking list again because I feel like I'm fucking forgetting. After that long ass pause. The fuck was it? SpadeWant's Covenant was 1. Hogwarts Arceus was 2. Technically speaking, XD Gale of Darkness would be 3. 4 would probably be Colosseum. Yep, probably Bravely Default 2 would be 5. Then 6 would be Paper Mario: 1,000-Year Door. And 7 would be Background Defenders of the Core. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think those are the games I pretty much have lined up that I want to try and play on the channel next year. For Let's Plays at least. The mini-series, I ain't got a damn clue. I got some demos here on the Switch I want to get around to trying. I'm just not sure when or if I'll bother to record my first time trying these demos out. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that pretty much just covers the list of games in order I wouldn't mind trying to do here on the channel after. The other current projects are done. And also I am trying to like do projects in advance as well. It's pretty much why the posting day schedule has changed to me posting anything whenever I feel like it for now. At least, that's how I'm going about doing things. Currently I'm just trying to edit everything I currently have recorded. Once I get all of that edited, I should probably have roughly 60-ish videos ready to go at that point. And that'll definitely cover the channel for quite some time. And now I'm still trying to like do things in advance. So that's pretty much the reason why I'm not really posting too much these days. Usually 2 or 3 videos a week, and that's about it. Or more if I'm up for it. It just depends what I'm in the mood to do, really. That's pretty much it for that. Now I know I mentioned 8 games in order earlier in order, but the 9th would definitely be Fullmetal Alchemist, to be honest. To be honest, that's probably the quickest game to play through on the list. I guess Sly Cooper would be like 10. Sly 2's the longest Sly Cooper game in my opinion. So I feel like that would take a while to play through it. Fullmetal Alchemist 2, on the other hand, I feel like that's probably gonna be like the same length, episode-wise, as the first game. So probably around like 20 episodes. I think the first game took me like, what? A month to play through it? Throughout the span of 2 months. Since I started playing that game in the middle of a month. So yeah, I think that pretty much just covers the games I have in mind to play through next year. I definitely think whenever I'm done one of the current projects, I may start working on Pokemon Legends Arceus in advance, since I've been wanting to play that game pretty much since I got it early this year. All I know is I definitely wouldn't mind forming my own opinions on that game. To me, I think it's going to be pretty boring to play. Apparently a lot of people seem to think it's really fun and an actual good game. So I guess I'll have to wait and see what my opinions are. I'm not sure what the next current Let's Play project that will finish will be. Because currently, because currently the most recent playthrough that finished was Pokemon Sealed. So, I'm thinking probably Valkyria Chronicles. Or due to one hacker's memory. It's either those two, one of those two, or probably the 21st Let's Play project. The only Let's Play project truly being worked on in advance. For now. I'm a ways off from finishing that. I'm currently 41% done the main story for that game. But I'm also playing through another mode of the game as well. And I'm only 17% done with that. So I have a long ways to go in general for that playthrough. Yeah. So far I think I put roughly 27 hours into it. And by the time I'm done with that playthrough, more than likely I'm probably going to clock in over 120 hours probably. All in advance. Not even counting editing and making thumbnail time. Yeah, that's still always off. Why the hell are we getting nothing but bombs? Because I feel like that's all we've been getting on this track. I feel like if I had to guess, like, out of the 4 games that are current projects, I feel like Valkyria Chronicles is still the closest to being done. Because, as far as I can recall, halfway through it. We're at least halfway through that one. I feel like when it comes to Digimon, I still feel like, well, not quite halfway yet for that playthrough. I don't even remember what chapter we're even on. I don't think I played that game since literally August, maybe? So it's been a while. And roughly the same amount of time since I last played. Valkyria Chronicles as well. That one playthrough in advance along with Persona 5 Royal are the only Let's Plays I'm really recording right now. Just because those are the ones I'm more interested in playing right now. For the time being, at least. I guess we should dive into like AMVs. What animes do I want to try and focus on making AMVs for next year? I know I put out like a post in the community section earlier this year for animes I want to try and focus on for this year. I may still make a post doing the same thing for next year. Even though I'm about to dive into that conversation in a few moments. Also, there are a lot of animes I still want to make AMVs for. More AMVs for, and just a few here and there for some others as well. For this year, if I recall correctly, Beyblade was technically the main focus. It was number one on the to-do list for this year, so that's what Beyblade's the one I made the most AMVs for this year or not, though. Maybe. Not so. All I know is for next year, Bakugan is where I'm at. To be honest. Now let's be on the blue team this time. So yeah, for next year, Bakugan is definitely number one on my to-do list, I think. For animes I want to try and make more AMVs for. I've been neglecting making Bakugan AMVs for a good handful of years now, I think. Especially considering how many heavily edited AMVs I want to see for that anime. But unfortunately, not many people make AMVs for that anime. As far as I'm concerned, there aren't that many good ones. No offense. either just don't like the song choices or just a number of different things. All I know is Bakugan with that, so I feel like with each week that goes by over the past few weeks, I've come up with a bunch of ideas I want to make happen. Specifically with Prince Haijan and King Zenoheld. I even have a Gus AMV idea finally. But then there's also more Spectra ideas, more Miller, eventually Fabia Killer tributes hopefully. Same for Brodius, Sid, Ren, pretty much every villain, or almost every killer in the original show. But I also want to make AMVs for the newer show as well. It's more of a pain in the ass to do, but I'm definitely up for it. I need to get back to watching the newer show. I stopped watching it early into season 2. Early in September. I haven't watched the newer Bakugan since then. For some reason. Regardless, Bakugan's definitely top priority for me next year. As a second priority, as much as I want to say buddy fights, lately it seems like I really want to dive into Dual Masters AMVs. Dual Masters is a pain in the ass, 100%, to make AMVs for. At least if you're trying to avoid shenanigans. Like I've been trying to do. AKA, that just means a hell of a lot of editing and trying to make everything fast-paced. I think the newer Dual Masters along with the original is what I want to try and make AMVs for mainly. Although the second generation has my interest as well, and the third. Just Dual Masters in general, I wouldn't mind just seeing AMVs for. It seems like the Dual Masters fan base wants to see AMVs as well. Considering how popular that channel is becoming quickly, it's just the same, it takes like damn near a week and a half to make a Dual Masters AMV. For versus AMV at that. But to be honest, number 3 is probably Beyblade. As much as I still fucking hate the Beyblade fanbase, I cannot deny I want to see heavily added AMVs for Beyblade in general. Mainly the original 1st gen and 2nd gen, along with 3rd gen. So that meaning Tyson's generation, Jenga's, and Zero's generation. I consider Beyblade Zero G to be Gen 3. Even though officially people call it Gen 2, because it's technically Jenga's era. But Zero's the new main protagonist, so that's why I consider a different generation. Personally. A lot of characters I want to make character tributes for. That is for damn sure. But then there's... like, first off, Kiyoya Tatagame, I think that's his last name, in the Beyblade Metal series. Always want to make and see a heavily added AMV for him, but just never got around or bothered to make an AMV for him. At some point I want to do that. Hopefully next year that'll happen. Hopefully. As for the fourth focus next year for me is probably Buddy Fight. I still want to see lots and lots of AMVs for Buddy Fight in general. But given there's just a lot of animes I want to see and to make AMVs for in general, the list literally just drags on forever, as far as I can tell. But overall, I gotta try and focus on some animes more than others at some point. I definitely have plenty of plans for Buddy Fight as well. It's just a matter of if I'm in the mood to edit Buddy Fight. I do still have ideas that are ages old at this point. I still want to make. It's just a matter of getting around to doing it. I also wouldn't mind focusing on Naruto / Boruto next year. To be honest. I've been wanting to make AMVs for that several years. But I always avoided it simply because of shenanigans. Cough cough copyright. Bullshit. Same can be said for Bleach, One Piece, Fairy Tail to a certain extent. So yeah. I still have plans to work on more Saint Sarai AMVs. I'm not sorry you say the name of that, so I think you may know what I'm referring to at this point. I've only caused up 2 AMVs so far. Well, one of the spin-offs for it at least. Believe it or not, both of those AMVs I console up. One of them in October, one of them in November. The October one got blocked, unfortunately. But both of those took like a week and a half to make. And the next one I have in mind to try and make, I feel like will probably take 2 weeks. It's basically an arc AMV in on itself. Literally. At first it feels like one killer going up against 4. Then location changes. The main killer shows up to play, basically. Like, I don't know, this is a lot to it. Technically speaking, it's a lot of different battles, but I want to consider all to be one. That's why I feel like that video would probably be like a 12-minute fucking AMV. One reason why I'm not bothering to work on that quite yet. Let's just get rid of that. But yeah, I think next year I do want to try and watch some more of those other season series, or the fuck you want to call it, for Saint Seiya. At least that's how I'm saying the name of it, so. But then there's other stuff, like Pokemon. I've been wanting to I've been wanting to make AMVs for Pokemon for ages as well. But again, copyright shenanigans. I mainly avoided Pokemon for the most part. But with how much editing I put into every AMV these days, especially this year, which explains the lack of AMVs this year. I've just been putting way too much work into each one of them. More than there needs to be. more than likely. The reason I had Pokemon listed on the list of animes I wouldn't mind making AMVs for this year was because I was hoping to start watching the original shows seasons for the show this year, but I never got around to it, so AMVs never happened for it. So that's why Pokemon AMVs never happened for this year. Maybe next year if I get around to watching it. Who knows? I'm trying to think of what else anime-wise I want to make more AMVs for. I know this anime is really underrated. I've only made like 3 AMVs for it over the years. But I feel like for me, I wouldn't mind trying to what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't mind trying to make some more AMVs for this ugly yet beautiful world. I would love to try and make some more AMVs for that, so at some point, if I ever get around to it. I think I have an idea or two in mind for AMVs for that. More on the lines of kill the tributes though. What else is there? I'm literally trying to think. I know there's a lot more I want to try and make in these for, but what are they? Oh yeah, right. Almost forgot. Shadowverse. Along with Cardfight Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! To me it seems like you all want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! AMVs. As far as I can tell. But those are such a pain to make. Those really are. Especially when trying to avoid shenanigans aka copyright. And for me, I'd like to try and make fast-paced AMVs to try and avoid trouble. But trying to make a fast-paced Yu-Gi-Oh! AMV specifically with the original show is really annoying. I've been trying to make SpadeWant AMVs this year, but I've been having trouble again trying to make it fast-paced. Plus the footage always seems to get corrupted. I've been pretty much trying to work on a few times this year. Literally trying to make round 3 for Yuya versus Hero. Round 3. I've been trying to make an AMV for that. But the corruption aspect has just been pissing me off trying to do that. I need to get back to watching it at some point. And watching the sequel. So as well. I only watched the first 12 episodes for that show, to be honest. Even though I made AMVs for that show up to episode 18. I believe. I don't know, there's a lot to that show I'm behind on. And considering some of the AMVs I watched for some of the fights for the original show, for SpadeWant, some of those fights seem to drag out for a long time. So in other words, a pain in the ass, and very long AMVs from what I can tell. There's one fight I have in mind specifically, but I forget what characters are involved. Off the top of my head. I thought it would be a pain in the ass to make an AMV for. Regardless of some other animes. I've been wanting to try and make AMVs for. I can't think of any. I literally am at a loss. I can't think of any. Any others at least. Still trying to fucking think. I was just trying to think of it all off the top of your heads. Not exactly easy for me. Because there's so much about trying to do. And not just when it comes to the channel. I'm overwhelmed with how much shit I'm trying to do in general. It's absolutely ridiculous how much stuff I want to try and do. To be honest, Code Kiosk, I think that's the name of it. That isn't so I actually wouldn't mind trying to make an AMV or two for eventually. I don't think I'm gonna bother with it next year, but who knows. I would have to like convert and downgrade the footage to make it easier to edit with. I still need to try and watch some like the spin-off shows for that. The mini-series for that. At some point. Now let me just fucking look. Oh, of course. I can't look. Like for real, what were some of those other fucking shows? Like I literally am not sure. Like honestly, I think I'll probably post a list. For both games and animes I would like to try and make playthroughs / AMVs for next year. I feel like we barely flew and made that landing back though. Yeah, I'm still like trying to fucking think what else. Regardless, I have the last races done for this set of races. I think I'll call the video there. We've been going, I've been ranting for over a fucking hour. Did not think I'd be ranting for this long. Alright, how the fuck did I forget this? Beetle Man. Or as I like to call it, Beetle Man. I know it's called Beetle Man, but I'll always will call it Beetle Man. That's a song I also really want to make a lot of AMVs for. Since I'm pretty passionate about that show as well. Then there's Male Chan Awakens Romance, aka Male Heaven, aka Male. That show has like several fucking names for that show. And then there's the 2 more animes I want to make my AMVs for. There's actually been a male AMV, a versus AMV. I started only this year. Still never bothered to finish it. oddly enough. And I still have like a few AMV projects from like a few years ago I still never finished. I've been meaning to, I just haven't done it. But yeah, beat 'em on's definitely, specifically battle beat 'em on, is the one I'm the most passionate about. Definitely want to make some more movies for that at some point. At some point. As for like cartoons, honestly, Slugtail. I still have a Kyoto tribute I need to get back to finishing from the summer of this year. I haven't really done much work with it in like the past 2 months. I like the idea, I just need to finish it. Get on to fucking working on it again at some point. I still feel like a part of me wants to try and do some Johnny Test AMVs. As far as I know of, I'm pretty much like the only person I know who's actually a fan of that show. I really wouldn't mind seeing some Kyoto tributes for some of the characters in that show. I'm curious to just know what I could conjure up if I tried making AMVs for it. I feel like it'd be kind of difficult, but it would be interesting to at least try it, even if it's just once. Maybe sometime I'll try it. Try making an AMV for that show. See how it works out at the very least. Why is the hopping up and down? The hell? As like other cartoons I wouldn't mind making AMVs for. Honestly, if I could ever find decent footage for Stormhawks, I probably would try an AMV or two for that. But good quality footage for that so is impossible to find. So I've literally just never bothered. To be honest, even stuff like American Dad and Family Guy, Futurama, however you want to say it. And maybe even the Cleveland So are some other cartoons I wouldn't mind trying to make killer tributes for. There are definitely some killers I wouldn't mind making videos for. But who knows? And that was the last race, okay? We might as well see what we unlocked. As we unlock the clouds, okay? I think that's pretty much it for this round. I pretty much just went over some games and animes I wouldn't mind turning into projects for the channel next year. Don't know how much I'll actually get done or how much I'll actually do next year. I guess I'll have to wait and see, huh? Either it is currently December 10th and the time right now is 3:49 a.m. And I gotta call things here. Don't know if anyone was interested in this video or not, or hearing me rant for this long. I feel like I pretty much repeated myself multiple times. Regardless, hopefully this video is somewhat entertaining and gives someone somewhat of an idea of the direction I'm heading towards for the channel next year. Yeah, for now I'm pretty much just doing stuff in advance, trying to build up a stockpile. The usual routine that tends to fail. But hopefully not this time. I want to guarantee consistency next year. Hopefully I can do that. But chances are that's probably not going to be the case. Regardless, we gotta call things here. Hopefully someone enjoyed this video, who knows. Either, I guess, until next time, stay golden.